Cue the music.
So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only a day. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Happy Tuesday, my beautiful girl. Let's get it started.
We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold. A mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling
Here we go.
your lies. I've had
Let's
enough. I can't run
rock
your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak
Chaos Bunny,
mean nothing
Abigail,
more to
Lovely
me,
Jess,
'cause I'd start
Thelma
over
Louise,
now.
Little Orange Man.
And I
Congratulations.
let you go. I need you by my side.
Restored Faith, Crystal Lee, Yvonne T, Nicola Ball, Lefty the Cat, Chaos Bunny, congratulations. Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate that.
I'm gone, so don't run from the truth. You're lost, now I know you played me just like a flute. I still can't believe you had me on a leash, cutting all my teeth with all the lies you bring. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
175, always late. Thank you so much. Taylor, me and you, Robin, SL, Maria, Heather, Lady for Justice, Angel Wings, Sherry, Rebecca, Susan, Ginger, Tiff, Lori,
Let's take it
Canadian
slow. Where you go, I go too.
Lori,
And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And now we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow.
Thanks a lot of you. Appreciate you, my dear. Much love.
Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Let's ride the pearl wave.
Big rain, come along with me. Together with the truth you'll see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the
together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong, together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community.
We're gonna talk about it. Hey girl.
Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. But we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too.
appreciate you, my dear.
Together we will save the day. Every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Touch the world, let's take the ride. Come and hear and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
2 seconds, y'all. Well, hello, hello, my beautiful pearls. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is May 6th, 2025. It is currently 8:13 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, my beautiful pearls. Jacqueline, what a day. My daughter slipped down the subway stairs and broke her leg, tore ligaments. Oh, gosh. Jacqueline, prayers for your daughter. Oh, tearing ligaments. Ligaments is one of the uh, slowest healing things in the body. So it's something. Um, okay, I got you, Dirty Diana. I just got your message. Absolutely, honey. Just keep that Dirty Diana in your prayers, please. She's got an unspoken prayer request. Um, Also, continue to keep Tiffany's son in your prayers, and Miss Christine, who's a content creator. She goes under Miss Christine 555. Maybe another five on that. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 fives, but please keep her in your prayers as well. Um, lot, lot going on. Congratulations to the new 10 Pro members. Congratulations, my darling. Welcome to the Pearl family. And may I say, do I got my pearl necklace on? I don't got my pearl necklace on. Pearls look amazing on you, darlings. Thank you guys so much. And Mama Dukes, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate that support. Can't do it without you. Thank you, my dear. We got a lot to talk about in this one, y'all. Knowing Samantha, thank you so much. Thank you for 8 months. Amazing. Love you, Justin. Prayers for anyone and everyone in need. Godspeed. Justice for Sebastian. Amen. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate your support, your continued support. I really, really do appreciate that, honey. And Joe, thank you. We are on our year anniversary. How you doing? Thank you so much, my dear. Best 12 months ever. The pleasure is all mine, Miss Joe. Thank you so much for your continued support, my dear. Really, really do appreciate that, honey. And we got Kim. Hey, Kim. Keep up the great work, Justin. Praying for stuff. Thank you so much, Kim. So good to see you, hon. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for your support and the kind words, my dear. It's always a pleasure in seeing you, Miss Kim. And Blue Rose Ramblings, how you doing? What a beautiful shirt. Love this channel. Well, thank you, Blue Rose. Thank you for your support and being a member here on the channel as well. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Thank you so very much. And Lori, hey Lori, good to see you. Thank you so much, my dear. You're not late yet, Lori. You're not late yet. Thank you so much, Lori Ward. Really do appreciate you very much for your continued support. Hey, Nana, good to see you as well. Laura Red, Grace, Jinja, um, Roxy, Lab African Gray Bunny, Brown Eyed Girl, Tar. How did it go today, honey? Thank you, always late. Lori, Heidi, Robin, Sheila, Patty, Bo. Hello. Um, I'm getting some messages. Absolutely. No problem, Dirty Diana. Millie, thank you so much for becoming a Pearl. Hey, girl. Good to see you. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Hope you are well. Hey, Brittany, good to see you. Brenda, pick out a better colored orange shirt. Looking great in coral. Well, thank you. We're going to talk a little bit about Edgar today. I have only listened to one clip, and he was mentioning me, so I want to do the honor in responding, which I really rarely ever do. But today, what the hell? Let's do it, shall we? Wow, a lot of your anniversaries. Honey, my pearls come clutch. Let me tell you now. Hey, Janine, good to see you as well. Thank you so much, Angel. Yes, like God bless. Justin, God has blessed me with you. Love you. Oh, Angel, don't. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. The blessing truly is all mine, Angel Wings. You guys are so supportive of me, and I honestly never take that for granted. Truly. Thank you so very much for your support. 1 year strong. Thank you so much, Angel Wings. Really do appreciate that. CT, I'm so glad to see you. I was worried about you. I hope you're doing good. Hi, Justin. Do you think you can take calls tonight? I'll take your call. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have an idea that might work with security camera videos. Keep up the great work. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that. Thank you. Yeah, we'll definitely do that toward the end, CT. But thank you so much for your support, and definitely would love to hear that. Thank you, Sharon. Good to see you, honey. Thank you so much. Whoever took Sebastian, the evil will eat you from the inside out till you are so sick you will pray for peace and beg forgiveness. But God will not forgive till you confess. Blessings all. I could not agree with you more, Miss Sharon. And I pray for that uh, in equal faith. Absolutely. Absolutely. Whoever did something with Sebastian, I pray that their heart has no contentment until they confess with their mouth and make it right as much as they can, at least in this life. Um, you know, you said it well. You said it well. You certainly did. So thank you so much, Sharon, for your continued support, my dear. Love you so much. Look at Miss Brittany J coming in clutch at 13 months. Thank you, Brittany. Love you. You look amazing. Thank you so much, Miss Brittany. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. Chaos Bunnies. Hello. How you doing? Uh, Edgar allegedly wears granny panties. Um, I have a song, Edgar, Get Your Bra On. I mean, um, so what was it today? He was saying, uh, he calls me, forgive me, clutch them nuts. Um, he can call it whatever he wants, but the gag is my pearls stay clutched, Edgar, and your narrative stays cracked. So there's that. How you doing? Thank you so much, my dear, and thank you, Lil Red. Wow, 7 months. It's been a great 7 months. Thank you so much, Lil Red. I was watching you in your live. I can't remember if it was today or yesterday while I was driving. I wasn't in chat, but I was watching you, my dear. Thank you so much. I hope you are well. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. And Lori coming in clutch at 8 months. How are you doing, Miss Lori? Hugs for Remy and Justin. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Miss Lori. Really do appreciate that continued support. Can't do it without you, my friend. Good to see you, honey. And there's Canadian Mama Bear. Good to see you, love. Justin, have you heard about Lily and Jack Sullivan, 6 and 4 years old, from Nova Scotia, Canada? It seems suspicious, in my opinion. I absolutely have, Canadian Mama Bear. I was planning on mentioning that at the end of the live. We were going to talk about it. Thank you so much, Canadian Mama Bear. We are going to cover that case. It does seem a little shifty. We'll have to see, but yes, it's one that's starting to get some attention for sure. Thank you so much, Canadian Mama Bear. So good to see you, and thank you for 14 months. That's amazing. Got a secret. Hey, girl, how you doing? 6 months. Hey, Justin, mods and chat. Good to see you. Got a secret. Hope you are well, my friend. Always a pleasure in seeing you. Good to see you, my love. Thank you so much. And hey, Kiki, thank you for all you do with class. Thank you so much, Kiki. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. And all I need is Jesus coffee and true crime coming in clutch at 2 months. Woohoo, 2 months. Thank you so much. All I need is Jesus coffee and true crime. Can't do it without you, my dear. So we are going to talk a little bit. I think Edgar did mention me today. I've got the clip. I haven't listened to anything else. It was actually sent to me earlier today. He better. Oh, girl, mom, let him, honey, let him. Clutch them nuts. Here you go, Edgar. There you go. So go ahead and clutch them, honey. Go ahead. Um, but we've got a lot to talk about today. This is the court of public opinion, and we're going to have uh, a little mock trial of the court of public opinion. Also, putting some stuff out there. First, I want to say that anyone we talk about today in the Sebastian Rogers case, there have been no, and I mean no, none, zero, zilch, nada, named suspects and or persons of interest in this case publicly by law enforcement of any kind. Um, this is, I will say, a criminal investigation. And why do I say that? Because of the email that I received from the detective who is on Sebastian's case, who told me via email that this is a criminal case. That is something that Edgar and KK seem to not uh, speak about very much. Sebastian is just not a lost 15-year-old child who just walked out of his house. This is a criminal case. That is not allegedly. Okay, that is not allegedly. That is a email directly from the detective that is doing and has continued to do Sebastian Rogers' case since February 26th, 2024. So there's that. Thank you so much, Shelly, coming in clutch at 6 months. How you doing, Miss Shelly? Always watching from the bushes, but love you, Justin. Thank you, Miss Shelly. It's always a pleasure in seeing you. Hope you are well. Thank you so much for your continued support, my friend. Really do appreciate that, honey. And Maria, hey girl, hey, how you doing, Miss Maria? My dear Maria, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support, Miss Maria. Good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure. Cecilia, thank you so much. 11 months. How you doing? Under a flood warning, my house floods due to a creek behind my house praying. Cecilia, we pray that the water does not rise to your house and that everyone, you and all your neighbors, will be safe. So, with that little notice that we were saying again, no one has been named a suspect or a person of interest in Sebastian Rogers' missing case. However, this is a criminal investigation. I 1,000% stand on that email. And obviously, if I got that email, then I stand on it. Number two, uh, we know that this is criminal. It's not that difficult for to think that this 15-year-old child that has autism and a chromosome deletion that doesn't like to be outside, uh, doesn't like to be in the dark, doesn't like uh, strange noises, quote, is fearful of bugs and all of that stuff, and is, quote, swimming pool bound, end quote, and has never eloped before, and there's no signs of him leaving whatsoever, according to uh, authorities and of the Sumner County Emergency Management, Ken Widener. So it's not that hard to think that he didn't walk out, because there's nothing to say that he did. However, we have the court of public opinion. We are allowed to have opinions uh, in this country, at least, thank God. So there is a couple things that I want to play. Then we're going to go to court of the public opinion, and you are the jury on this. We're going to talk about some things that Edgar said allegedly about me today, and I'll kind of respond to those. Um, he thinks that I apparently comb through things with a fine tooth comb. I take that more as a compliment personally, but go for it. Okay. First things first, I just want to play a couple things here.
Shop
Bear
Granger.
with me
Talk
a
shop for your shop.
second as we get through this ad right here. And let me just play this. Oh, maybe.
Their property for any sign of Sebastian.
Yeah, Michael Warwick is live in Hendersonville, where investigators remain hopeful to find that 15-year-old.
That's right. And to this point, there has been no trace of Sebastian since investigators say he walked away from his Hendersonville home sometime late Sunday night or early Monday morning. Not only have dogs been unable to pick up a scent on the 15-year-old, but investigators also say, when we asked them specifically, has there been some sort of sighting of Sebastian? They told me there has not been a confirmed sighting of Sebastian on camera. Here is the pitch from.
So No scent, no sighting, right? None of that.
From the Sumner County Sheriff's Office on how folks can help tonight.
Really wanted to come to the community and ask for your help.
Slow.
We need you to search your properties every day, morning and night. If there's a shed or a crawl space or up under your mobile home or a tarp that's in your yard, check it every morning and check it every night.
And the Sheriff's Office says Sebastian's family has been very cooperative. Search crews actually, in just the first 2 days, covered more than 2,000 miles by foot, and right now are working on plans to include the public in an organized search effort. Those plans have not been announced just yet. Back to you.
All right, so there
Shop
we
Granger.
go.
Talk shop.
Right there. No sightings, no confirmed sightings, no scent, no article of clothing. It'll pick up a car and people walking in the backyard. It'll pick up a cat walking, but Craddock said there are no confirmed sightings of Sebastian on camera. No confirmed sightings of Sebastian on camera. There it is, a little bit bigger for you. How about that, right? So Critics said at this time, quote, really wanted to come to the community and ask for your help. We need you to search your properties every day, morning and night. If there's a shed or a crawl space or up under your mobile home or a tarp that's in your yard, check it every morning, check it every night, end quote, Craddock said. Again, Mama Foot, KK, she said and made it seem like Sebastian walked out of the house. That's the way she always made it sound, including with the dispatch, which she said he's never done this before, meaning Sebastian has never walked out on his own before. And we've always said, well, why would you immediately think he walked out? Now, as Deception Detective and all of them have stated, their stories has adapted. A lot of people have, short-term memory, and they forget a lot of these
This
things.
disappearance, though, remains sadly a confounding mystery. 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who vanished without a trace from his home in Hendersonville 10 months ago. As Nick Barris tells us, his Amber Alert is still active. The case remains open. So many of you have continued to follow any developments in what has become one of the top stories of this past year.
Sebastian Rogers, a now 16-year-old with autism, vanished from his Hendersonville home in Sumner County sometime overnight on February 26th earlier this year. It was reported he left the house barefoot and with a flashlight. There was a massive search effort from ground and air in the first 8 days after the teen disappeared.
This is the system that we use to track all of our searchers.
Sumner County EMA Director Ken Widener spearheaded the search using crews on foot and drones. Divers searched ponds. Spelunkers were called in to check sinkholes.
The white dots are caved and they've all been searched.
Bloodhounds and cadaver dogs were used, but contrary to some reports,
none of them, my understanding, were actually on a trail that was following Sebastian.
Search efforts then continued for months.
There
was reports.
None of them, my understanding, were actually on a trail that was following Sebastian.
Reports.
None of them, my understanding, were actually on a trail that was following Sebastian.
Search efforts.
Yep, none of them. No dogs, which again, minus the 9-month hiatus that the mom and the stepfoot were doing, quiet for all of those months, not being proactive, at least publicly, that any of us seen. they have constantly said, that there was this scent of Sebastian, that the dogs followed this scent over to the pond. It's Edgar, you said it was knee deep on his knee, uh, where the water came up, and now I he probably still is saying that. It makes you wonder why. And in my opinion, the reason is just my opinion is and trust me, we all do, but wanting to make it seem like there is some sort of evidence that Sebastian left the house. And we wouldn't be here today if that were the case, right? If there was a scent of Sebastian walking out, or he was seen on camera, or there was a confirmed sighting, or there was a footprint, or there was a shoe print, or there was an article of clothing seen anywhere, then there would be some evidence of Sebastian leaving the home. The problem is there's none of that. And just because you say that there was a scent of Sebastian across some uh, little pond over at the construction site doesn't make it so. Edgar is the one who tried to push there was a scent on Nancy Grace. Why? Correct. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, I believe Edgar and KK, in my opinion, would be highly interested in that 3 a.m. video had not one person walked back to the house. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Um, he constantly says there is no evidence, they have nothing, and all of that. Now, again, I don't know what, Seth's conversations is with uh, Mr. Craddock and TBI and all of them, but I can tell you that when Seth, did completely turned around on Sebastian's birthday when he had that meeting with local law enforcement, I knew that it had to be something that that made him feel comfortable that they were on the right track. That being said, still not enough. Also, Mr. Craddock stated that he does have stuff. He just can't share it with the public because it would jeopardize the investigation. I think um, you know, it's you wonder why a mom who is still pretty much completely quiet and stepfoot constantly saying there's nothing, there's nothing, there's nothing, whenever he said that they have stuff.
Then continue.
And look, they're highly interested. They were highly interested in that backyard. By the way, yes. If Mr. Foot wants to come up here, he is absolutely welcome to come up here. I will be just as respectful as I'm being right now. I would love to speak to him. Doubted if he will do that, but we'll see. He's absolutely welcome to. But yes, they were highly interested in that backyard, which is also where the 3 a.m. video comes in as well. makes you wonder, right? They weren't doing this in the front yard. They were doing this in the backyard. The backyard.
Continued for months. There was simply no trace of the teen found, no scent trail, no security video, nothing. It was as though Sebastian simply vanished.
I'm hoping he's still alive. You know, that's my main hope right now, is that he's not deceased. I mean, I keep praying that he's alive. I keep praying that somebody's going to see him, that somebody's going to call 911.
Seth Rogers shares custody of his son Sebastian, who was staying with his mother and stepfather the night he disappeared. His mother was the only one home when Sebastian went missing. Authorities say all three parents have fully cooperated.
Any evidence of foul play?
We have not cleared anyone, but we have absolutely no evidence to support foul play.
I did ask.
Now, he says this publicly. He does say this publicly. I don't know when this was. It was sometimes fairly recently, but I stand 1010% by my email. And I think you could probably get Seth, which I don't know if he's ever said it publicly or not, but this is foul play. Look at America's Most Wanted, the panels up there as well. They said foul play.
Ask Sheriff Eric Craddock about exclusive home security video we obtained from the neighborhood the night Sebastian disappeared.
Oh, this
you
was
can
in the
see two
beginning.
suspicious.
This one's in the beginning. Sorry. When was this? December 30th, 2024, and updated 7:56 December 30th. Oh, this is old video. They just clipped it together is what it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
This light sources circled here in an area behind the teen's home. No evidentiary value?
It is of no evidentiary value.
Can you tell me what those lights are?
No,
Why?
because the investigation remains ongoing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they weren't real happy with Nick when he released that. Now, notice how whenever the video came out at Texas Steakhouse, whenever they quickly came out and said nothing. There is nothing there at all. At all. Now, notice whenever they put out the other video of a guy walking his dog within 4 hours, they came out. Go to the interview on Sebastian's birthday. Do you have that one, girl mom? How they said it is absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Notice to what he says next.
And so it could play a role down the road depending on developments?
We don't know what we don't know. So yes, it could play a role.
The sheriff concedes there are parts of the investigation that cannot be shared with the public. To date, authorities have investigated hundreds of tips, but they have produced no confirmed sightings and no solid leads. As a result, social media has taken hold of the.
So there we go. Are you going to send that to me, girl mom? There was definitely a handoff in that part. I don't know, but I'm going to respond to Edgar's stuff here in just a moment. But KK said, KK, what did you hear the night Sebastian went missing? Right, just a thud. Right, just a thud. In my opinion, the translation is, oh, just the sound of logic hitting the floor, something hitting the floor, right? Nothing suspicious here, just a mysterious noise followed by zero urgency. Edgar, where were you that weekend? In Mississippi. Translation, in my opinion, allegedly, but don't ask what I was doing, who I saw, or whether I've ever heard of the term alibi, because apparently that's classified or maybe against even HIPAA, he would think. Edgar, why haven't you provided more details? Edgar says, I don't know the public anything. Translation, in my opinion, except maybe an ounce of truth, a consistent story, and a basic grasp of how looking shady works. What do you think of the surveillance footage? One person running toward the house, two people in the yard with some sort of flashlights or cell phones, then someone going back to the house. KK, crickets. Translation, that's just neighbors cardio, right? They're just doing cardio out in the middle of the night, going through their neighbors, right? Nothing says normal Sunday night like strangers sprinting toward a missing child's house with a flashlight. Smiley, you're funny. You're funny. Okay, thank you, girl mom. Okay. Here we go.
Alert remains active, and now nearly 10 months after Sebastian Rogers disappeared, those leading the search effort say no one is giving up.
It's not a cold case. It's an active and ongoing investigation.
Sumner County Sheriff Eric Craddock has been on the case since Sebastian disappeared from his Hendersonville home back on February 26th. Since then, hundreds of tips have been investigated, and to date, there still have been no confirmed sightings. In that vacuum, rumors continue to run rampant online from less than credible sources.
Well, it's real easy to sit on social media and make those comments.
Sheriff Craddock says investigators deal with facts, seeking evidence and hard leads. There have been few official updates in recent months, but the sheriff says investigators meet weekly about the case.
I've been pretty transparent. There is some information that's just not releasable, right? And that's only because any information released could be prejudicial to the case. And a successful resolution is my ultimate goal.
There's not a...
Oh, what is that? Edgar, why do you keep saying there's nothing?
I've been pretty transparent. There is some information that's just not releasable, right? And that's only because any information released could be prejudicial to the case. And a successful resolution is my ultimate goal.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree. I would agree with that. Must have got lost. How you doing, girl? 9 months? Oh, baby. I know. Thank you so much, Must have got lost. Really do appreciate your support, my friend. Always a pleasure in seeing you. Thank you so much for your continued support. Yes, guys, please hit that thumbs up. Would greatly appreciate that. Consider becoming a member of the Pearl family if you haven't yet. Would greatly appreciate that. Like you being a weirdo, Edgar, that would be prejudicial. Okay.
There's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think about Sebastian.
EMA Director Ken Widener has headed up search efforts around Sebastian's home and beyond from the very beginning, and it is his team that stands ready to act on any credible lead that comes from the tip line.
We have K9 on standby. We have search teams on standby. We got drones ready to go, and we go.
The question of what happened to Sebastian very much still remains open, and to date, nothing has been ruled out, including the possibility of foul play. And
what does prejudicial means? Well, it means like if you have any evidence or statements, anything like that, it influencing the case that unfairly sways public opinion, judge, jury, any party in a way it could be like damaging to the case as well. I saw someone ask that.
On that note, District Attorney Ray Whitley tells me he gets updates on the case nearly every week, And he does stand ready to prosecute if it ever comes to that.
Prosecute? Now, why would they prosecute a child walking out of their own home? Huh? That's interesting, right? So if Edgar, Sebastian, that could be prejudicial. Absolutely, yes. Oh, thank you, Mally. Thank you, baby, for gifting the pearl necklace. Really do appreciate that, Mally. Thank you so much, my friend. If you received that, make sure you thank our dear Mally for that. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for your support and being a member as well. And thank you, Kiki. Transparent. Who else says transparent? Right. Transparent. Who else says transparent? Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think, okay, just think about this. Think about this. For a child walking out of their own home, walking into the woods or somewhere, would they be this secretive? Would they be this secretive about Sebastian walking out on his own and that's all that happened? No. Short answer, no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't at all. There's no need to be secretive about someone walking out in the woods or wherever they walk to, right? At all. He also said the DA is willing to do death penalty too. Really? I've never heard that. You don't understand why you don't understand why you walked out of the front door. Well, why did you lock the front door so we couldn't get back in if that's the case? Well, Rachel, she says that Sebastian locked the front door and then went, right? Oh, thank you, Ginger. I know you've been working so much lately. I want to know why Edgar always involves genitals when insulting others. That's a bit disturbing, in my opinion. It really is. It really is. And that is a bit it's a lot disturbing. Ginger, you're right. Um, probably maybe because of it's got the IQ of a shrimp, most likely, but you got a point. You got a point, Ginger. Thank you so much. Hey, Summers Army, how are you doing, my love? Keeping you in our prayers. Good to see you, my friend. Much love to you, sweet Summers Army. Really do appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Pamela. Really do appreciate you, honey. If you received that, make sure you thank our dear Pamela. Someone I heard. Thank you so much, Pamela. If you received that, make sure you thank Pamela. I heard sent to Ellie this horrible, vulgar remarks about the baby. What do you mean about the baby? I don't know what you mean by that. 2 seconds, y'all. Let me pop this over here, and then we're going to get to. Okay, okay. I already played that one. All right, let me find the part today where Edgar spoke about me. Let me find the clip wherever someone sent it. I think it's this one. Let me just find it. One second. Is this? Does anyone know where it was on the timestamp? Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I thought it was this. I get so many clips. I get so many clips sent to me. It's incredible. That might be this one.
If you want to reach out to some of the creators, I'm sure they can get in touch with us.
He does.
Visiting.
More. And also, it's just that time in his life where
Maybe. Does anyone know where it was?
get him back home. But he was literally probably 20 miles down the highway. Wow.
Maybe this was. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe this was it. No, that's not it either. It's got to be this one.
Trust me, is I never put this stuff public about Cal. You're a spokesperson? I just.
Where is it?
Who they recommend, who they don't recommend. You know,
Hold on, guys. I apologize.
Somebody wants to draw up a collection for something. Whatever.
I think everybody has a moment and everybody's time. Had you not been thinking clearly and agreed, it's other day.
Hold on. Let me just let me do it this way. 2 seconds, y'all. Apologize. I thought I had the link, or I thought I had the thing, but I don't apparently. So I'll do it this way, like this. Okay, here we go. All right, credit goes to War Eagle. I found it. Here we go. Credit goes to my friend and yours, War Eagle. There we go. Give her the credit. Credit War Damn Eagle. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Is it working? Okay, there we go.
Run with it and say, nope, they said this and they're going to tear it apart. I'll tell you the number one personal, the one that I know that tears every single thing apart. Doesn't matter what it is. Clutch those nuts, or clutch those pearls. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Edgar. That I'm thorough about it? Is that what it is? Oh, thank you, Pamela. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support, my love. And thank you, Holly. Thank you so much, my dear, for your super sticker. Really do appreciate that. So yeah. Asking questions like, what did you do on Sunday, or anything like that. I guess that's too much. Edgar, I will drop a link for you. You are welcome to come up. So that link is only for Edgar. Anyone else who comes up will not be able to come up. So there we go.
That idiot went out there and just said something about a drug bust, saying Crabtree and Clue got arrested.
Nobody ever said Clue, number one. And I was out of town, and someone said, They got arrested, and I was having them check, and I corrected myself. It's not that. See, that's the thing. I have no problem correcting myself if I say something wrong, but I don't know why you're saying clue, because clue was never even mentioned at all. But I guess thank you for watching. Thank you, Summer's Army. Appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you, my love. Thank you so much. Yeah, Smiley. It's exactly what it is. And so it's you like to talk about that, right? But you don't like to talk about, your stepson's case and the details around it. Is that what you would rather talk about?
Right. And he was so excited.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody was. In fact, I don't even think I've there's only one thing I've ever agreed with the crab guy about, and that was when he was doing his spirit box. And you guys know I don't do spirit boxes or anything like that, but whenever the spirit box even agreed that something was really ass wrong with KK and Edgar's story, and I did record that one day. I have it somewhere deep in my files somewhere, but I thought that was kind of funny. I thought that was pretty funny. It's like, damn, even this, even you can turn it, you tune a radio and it'll say KK and Edgar, something's not right.
and he was so tickled, like like somebody done dipped him in chocolate and fucking let him husband lick him clean. He was so excited.
Oh wow, you're always so sexual, Edgar. It's kind of weird. It's a lot weird, actually. Always making things very sexual. It's a little, talking about running backwards in a field of what. Who is even? I think so, Kelsey. I think so. I mean, allegedly, he is a saloon door, and perhaps swings both ways. I don't know. No judgment. Whatever works.
He didn't even put on his makeup.
My God, I'm so glad everyone watches. Yeah, I was out of town. Didn't know I had to be Miss America every time I came online, but I apologize. For that. We're going to get to some of the things Edgar talks about here in just a little bit. But first, we're going to do the court of public opinion. Are y'all ready for this? He is. He's giving jealous X energy. He really is. I don't know. I guess is what it is. All right, moving forward. Court is in session now. This is the YouTube Court of Public Opinion. And the Honorable Judge Pearl residing. Where you at, Pearl? Okay. So, today's trial is the People versus Flip Flop. Mr. Flip Flop, also known as KK and Edgar. But after tonight, that might just be a collector's item. We're here because of 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers vanished, and the only thing that's missing is Sebastian. And Edgar and KK seem to not want to answer very simple, basic stories. The case has it all: changing timelines, thuds at night, floodlights, campers in Mississippi, and alleged trash-taking neighbors out at 3 a.m. We're going to unpack it all. All of it. Mods, y'all can drop that link if Edgar is around and would like to come up. You're welcome to, Edgar. I'll put on my favorite shade of lipstick that you like me in. Okay. So there's that. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that's you, by the way, chat. We have before us two individuals with more versions of events than Netflix has true crime documentaries. 1 minute it's a thud, the next it's silence. 1 minute it's Mississippi, the next minute it's a fifth wheel camper park in vagueness. KK says she hears a thud while on the phone with Edgar at 9:43 to just before midnight. She asked if Sebastian fell out of the bed when she heard a thud. He allegedly said, "No, ma'am," instead of just checking on him. She told him, "I don't care what you're doing in there, just knock it off and go to bed." Edgar says Sebastian couldn't have overheard the call because they talk where they can't hear him. But KK says she was sitting on the couch right outside of his room. So which is it? Can you hear it or not? Could you hear the thud? Or couldn't you hear the thud? Because either way, it's not lining up. If you can hear the thud and you can say, "Bubba, did you fall out of the bed?" and he answers while you're talking on the phone, then that means he can hear your conversation. Thank you, Tugs. Edgar's just jealous Justin can't reach his pearls. Yes, darling, yes. Thank you so much, Tugs. Tori, thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you thank our beloved Tori. Tim, you must have gotten to Edgar Justin. He is so vile. I guess. Love to have him up here. I'd love to have a conversation with him. He's welcome to come up. Welcome. So there's that. Tonight we present to you the contradictions and most of all the unanswered questions of these two adults don't seem interested in answering. I offer to you Exhibit A, by the way. Let me put this up here. I would love to ask Edgar about, the night he went to get his fifth wheel, people that was with him, and all of that, which did happen, absolutely did happen. Where the hell was it? Sorry, guys. I thought I had it here somewhere. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I'll just do it again. The court of public opinion versus Edgar and KK Foot. All right. So here we go. Let's begin with one piece of real and tangible that you and I have both seen, the 3 a.m. footage. Here's what the video shows. A vehicle pulls into the neighborhood. One person exits and goes towards Sebastian's home. Minutes later, 2 people return, appearing to have some sort of light device, flashlights, cell phones, something of that sort. One gets back in the car. The other person runs back toward the house. Now, Edgar says recently that this was a neighbor taking out trash at 3 a.m. with flashlights, running full speed toward a house of a missing child, right? This so-called neighbor who is taking out trash at 3 a.m. is running full speed, not toward the road taking out the trash. They're running full speed toward the house that will have a missing child. Got it. That is not normal. That is not routine. That is not how you take the garbage out. In my opinion, that's how you act when you're hiding something. Even worse, no neighbor has come forward to say it was them. None. Absolutely none. I've talked and spoken to many neighbors in the vicinity. So unless we believe there's a trash fairy, then we've got someone sneaking around a house. And Edgar and KK are not concerned in the slightest, but are concerned about someone walking their dog in the late night hours. Exhibit B. What's missing? Almost everything that should be if a child wandered off, right? Missing evidence. No scent trail. No security footage. No article of clothing. No confirmed sighting. No shoes, or his shoes rather, were still in the house. And Sebastian didn't like the outdoors, especially barefooted, without any drinks, snacks, shoes, coat at all. And he's never eloped before. This does not support the claim that he left voluntarily. In fact, it destroys it. Meanwhile, the only thing on camera, the only thing lighting up in the timeline is that car, that flashlight, and the people walking and the person running back. And yet, the people that are responsible for Sebastian, the one who is in the house, have never acknowledged that it is suspicious. They've brushed it off like a gust of wind. Why? Let's question the witnesses. Flip-flop, Mr. Edgar, where exactly were you that weekend? You say you was in Mississippi in your fifth wheel camper. Who can confirm that you was there that weekend? Who? Now, we got the call that this said worker said that he was in the that he was staying at the place as well, and that he hopped on his motorcycle in February and went to the bar for a little bit after he either helped Edgar or asked Edgar if he wanted to put up the skirting around the home, around the motor fifth wheel thing, which, you know, getting there in the beginning of February, that would be one of the first things that you would do, you would think, right? Is, you know, put up that skirting. But he's doing this literally at the end of February, which we did a live on it. Those don't even need skirting at all unless you are in sub-0 degrees for long periods at a time, because they're actually already insulated, right? So this guy says he gets on, and then he comes back at around 11 o'clock, which Edgar would have still had to have been on the phone. And this guy says, claims that he sees Edgar's truck at his fifth wheel. Okay. So you say you noticed it, but how was he there when he supposedly has a place that is 35 minutes north of you, about 15 minutes or so north of Memphis, Tennessee? Thank you so much, Jessica. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you, my love. Really do appreciate you. Thank you for your support. That's a HIPAA violation. Right. Right. You know, you ask him, did you use your phone? You know, was you, we know he was allegedly talking to KK for 2 hours. You know, was you walking around talking to her? Was it on speakerphone? Anything. I can't give that information out, or can't recall. So to summarize it, you left the area that exact weekend, or not that exact weekend, you left earlier, allegedly in the month, before your stepson went missing. And unlike Seth, you have proven, you have not proven, rather, where you were actually at during the weekend and even the night Sebastian went missing. KK, did you check on Sebastian after the thud? No, KK says. Even though he answered and said he didn't fall? Even though it was late? Even though he has autism and he doesn't wonder? KK just says, I told him to go to bed. But your child disappears, and the last interaction you had was with him was yelling through a door or the home without even checking. The people aren't buying it. So, the verdict. The court has read the evidence. We've examined some of the contradictions. We've watched countless footage. We've listened to the public. Now it's time for a verdict. Edgar, also known as in the courtroom as Flopfoot, you claim to be in Mississippi in your fifth will. You provided no receipts, no timestamps, calls, no verifiable details, even though you say you have Life 360. You've literally changed your story more times than a politician in a scandal year. KK, also known as Fraudfoot, you said you were falling asleep on the couch, studying for a college exam, on the phone for almost 2 hours, and somehow missed the exact moment your son not ever wondered or disappeared ever, which again, that is one thing that Edgar is also running with, by the way, that he says that Sebastian was under one of the neighbor's cars. He's coming back with that story. Edgar, you know that did not happen. So why? That is what makes me more suspicious than anything as well, is he brings back these stories that he knows that the neighbor came out and said that he got the kid confused with, he thought Sebastian was the kid. So why would you bring this up? Yes, and he did deny that story in the beginning. Edgar did deny that story in the beginning. Absolutely, Hatters. So why are you bringing these stories back up when you've clearly said no in the past? It makes you wonder. Together, the two of you have provided more smoke than a fog machine at a haunted house, but not a single ounce of clarity. So, on the charge of consistent storytelling, the court of
in the judge room. Order in the judge room.
order in the judge room. Let me find something here. Oh, damn, I think I found it. Okay. So, on the count of consistent storytelling via the court of public opinion, you are found guilty of flip-flopping. Guilty of flip-flopping. On the court of public opinion of providing any sort of evidence about where you say you were at, the court finds you in the court of public opinion guilty for evasion. On the court of public opinion of public trust, the court hereby find you guilty or violating every bit of it because of your countless stories. The court finds that the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers, you have not only failed him, you failed every person who has continued to look to you for honesty, urgency, and the bare minimum of accountability. You want the public to stop asking questions. The court says no. Questions stop, will not stop until we get answers. And let's be clear for everyone watching from the sidelines, when a child goes missing and the adults act like it's an inconvenience instead of a tragedy, that's, in my opinion, a red flag. This is not how you react to when a child disappears. This is how you act when you're trying to outweight the questions. You didn't show urgency. I didn't see, at least in my opinion, search. You didn't beg for the public's help. And so, how are you doing? It's rough, and the people just keep it going, asking questions and that kind of thing on your interview. Instead, you've rolled out excuses like the red carpet. And the few emotions you did show came with a side of bitterness, not desperation. Parents of a missing child generally are desperate to find answers. Desperate. The court does not hand out, the court of public opinion does not hand out jail time, of course. But we do sentence the truth. And trust me, the truth is heavier than any prison wall. You will carry it. You'll be asked about it. And in my opinion, whoever did this to Sebastian, you will answer for it, even if it's never steps foot into a courtroom. So the court of public opinion finds this case guilty, not of technical crimes, but of moral failure, public deception, and disgraceful of the very child you should have protected. The verdict's not closure. It's only the beginning. Justice for Sebastian. Truth doesn't run. It doesn't hide. It doesn't go spend time in a fifth wheel 3.5 hours away while others are searching. And it damn sure doesn't change its story. Thank you. It's me, Jen. Edgar, KK. Where is Sebastian? Thank you, Jen. Hobo, much love, Justin, Remy, and Pearl family. Thank you so much, Hobo, for 4 months. Really do appreciate that. Yeah, sure does. Sure does. Right? All right. Now, moving on. We're going to go over some of the interview that Edgar was talking about. Bear with me 1 second. I mean, Edgar, you're welcome to come up here and tell me about myself. However, we'll talk receipts and not nuts here. So while I'm up here talking about that, we'll talk about receipts, not nuts. It's crazy. He lives in contradictions. He really does. He's calling that out or whatever. It's kind of rich coming from him, a man who literally can't tell the same story twice at all. Even if his beard or his foot depended on it, he's got more versions of the truth than he's got hair follicles in his mullet. All right, moving along here. Here we go. Credit goes to my friend and yours, War Dom Eagle. All right. So I have not watched this. Is there any specific part, if any of you, I don't know, Lori. Probably because I know things. Again, I don't know if mods are dropping the link, but he's welcome to come up if he wants. Does anyone know does he talk about Sebastian at all in this interview? Or does he just sexualize everything and gives the woe is me? Right, Ashman, exactly. Do you know what part, Canadian? I listened to it like an hour 2 times. He didn't mention Sebastian once at the beginning. From what I heard, it was about BHB. Oh. He just keeps getting in chat room brawls. KK walks like so. Yeah, there you go. I did it again. Towards the end. Okay. Let's see here.
So
No,
I just
you're not.
wondered
Like you're
if he,
interrupting.
I don't know. But
Not
anyways,
making shit up.
no, in the chat, it's fine.
Oh,
It's just
oh,
whatever.
okay, it's one of those.
So no, I just wondered if he liked the heavy equipment. I know that he told this, like you were told, that he wanted to be like you and run heavy equipment. Do you think that he would be enticed to go over to that construction site, when no one's around, and just like sit in the equipment?
At this point,
Listen, you know your kid. You know your kid, right? You know your family members. Sebastian has never eloped. He's not going to go over and just sit on equipment at any time of the night or any time during the day by himself. He's not the type of kid that's going to do that.
I can't say no to that. I can't say yes to that because what I would have told you, like I said in the very beginning, Sebastian was not one that would, run away, go do things like that. And then here we are finding out months later that he was found hiding underneath the car.
we found months later that he was found hiding underneath the car. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? It was Sarah, but he keeps saying it. I used to listen. I mean, what the actual hell? I can't imagine Sebastian ever crawling under a car. He's not going to crawl under a car. He's not going to crawl under a car. And to me, when he says these things, it makes him look even more crazy, in my opinion. You know, just like he started with saying there was no car and the neighbors were taking out the trash. What the flip?
Right.
There's always a possibility. His intriguement with heavy equipment, would he have gone over there and done it? I personally would like, my statement is I would like to say no, but there's always a possibility he may have. Who knows? I mean,
Hey,
I will
just
say this:
wondered if he
anybody who's
ever
ever played
mentioned
on
it.
heavy equipment, once you do it, you tend to like, oh, this is so cool, and people do have an excitement and intriguement about it. So there's always a possibility.
Yeah, I just
Chris-
wondered, like, if you ever drove through there and he was like, "Wow, like look at that," you know, like.
Oh, yeah, he has.
Yeah, so it did intrigue him a little bit.
He did do that.
Chris, when did that construction start before he went missing? Was it just recently?
That construction started, I think, back in 2021.
Right, so it weren't like new construction.
No, it's in phases. It's a subdivision. So think about how they're built. You know, you clear the land, then you come in, you build your infrastructure. So you got to do all the digging for your pipes and stuff like that. So you're grading, ground clearing, all that.
Yes, there's a lot to it. Now, they're all of that. There's houses there. People are living in the houses. All of that. The neighborhood is pretty much done. The last time I was there in February, they were finishing a few houses up, but there was all kinds of people living there. I think he does, Ginger. Does he realize you can look on Google Maps to see when that started? Yeah, or you can look at, permits or whatever.
That's done. And then you come in, the first section they build out. And as they build it, they sell it. They keep building, keep selling. So this has been going on for quite a while.
Hey, Emily.
Lori.
You know where
Hi.
Sebastian could see with his visual eye when the construction was starting and the house has been built. Was that recent?
What was that, hun? I'm sorry.
Could Sebastian see the construction from his naked eye?
What?
You can catch glimpses through people's backyards, through ours, but not really.
I mean, I don't understand these things whenever there's no there's no proof of him leaving the house. Right? There's no proof of him leaving the house. I can say did Sebastian like ice cream? Would he go to Culver's or whatever the place is? But he's not even, you haven't left the house. You haven't left the house. So, you can talk about over at the pond and all of that till forever, but it doesn't mean that he left the house. Intelligent women hate you, Edgar. Yeah.
Because there is a grade that goes downhill.
He rode a bus
There's
though, right? So he would
Like your
see it.
story?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Emily.
Hi, I
So
just
when-
came up. Hi, Chris. I've never talked to you before.
Hey,
I'm Emily
Cinderella.
Pickles.
Hi, Miss Pickles.
Pickle ass.
Anyway, I just came up because you were talking about the autism and ADHD stuff, and I have ADHD, and you were right, but you were wrong.
The way he was saying it.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah, I'm cool. That's
because
fine.
it's a spectrum, right? Because there was a bunch
Yeah.
of people in chat that were like going, so I just thought I'd come spectrum, and there's like Sebastian's on the spectrum, I'm on the spectrum with
Hold on.
ADHD. And
Go back. You have to hear what he says. Where, Ash? Where he says what? How far back do I go? So is this word lying, or is KK and Edgar through social media, YouTube live panels? It's bizarre. Did she say she is tickled? This just builds Edgar's ego, is what it does. So he feels important to a bunch of idiots, in my opinion. It's interesting. I mean, he says he doesn't mind the tough questions. So come on up. I was just wanting to see what she said, like,
then
where
there's
at.
the intentative, or I don't know how they say it. My sister has like ADD is not called ADD anymore. So there's like,
Oh, good golly. What is it now?
and so it's like intentative. I can't even think of what it's called.
Oh, my wow.
Intentative ADHD. So there's no
wow.
ADD or whatever, and they don't use
Wow.
Asperger's anymore at all.
Yeah, see that right there. I'm just like I said, I wasn't trying to. I'm not going to say that
No,
what
and I
is
wasn't
what
saying
isn't
you
autism.
were.
I
It's
just
just everybody in chat was like saying it, so I just was like, I'm just gonna go up there. So actually, autism, they go, it's ASD, it's autism spectrum disorder, and
Mhm.
then the ADHD. I've never heard that it's ADHD is autism. I know like groups that I'm in, places there's like ADHD. I don't know what that have both, because I did get tested for autism in the last year and I don't have it. But I have chronic ADHD. I don't know what the difference is, but whatever.
I think
But-
that's what Chris was essentially saying, is that
Yeah.
nowadays you see a lot of times that ADHD goes hand in hand with the autism, and the
Yeah.
autism being what he was saying is, imagine a family tree, right? Autism's at the top, and then you have all these break off branches.
Right.
That's
He
all
was
he
basically
saying.
saying it, but there was just like, I got what he was saying. It was yeah. He was
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
It was
and I
confusing.
apologize if what I have said it may cause some confusion, but I did state I'm not a doctor. I'm not licensed in any of this. I go off of what is
You're not a
explained to
doctor?
us.
I thought
So
you were a
kinda-
doctor.
Oh shit! I wish I was a doctor.
Just kidding.
Here's
Yeah, no, I
But-
just wanted to, and you know what?
I mean, in real life or anything like that, I'll never say anyone is guilty of anything, but I feel like they know more. And by judging how hard he deflects, it must be shaped like guilt and a 3 a.m. video, if you ask me.
I could be saying something that's not like probably, I mean, there's probably other parents that, or like, no, I don't want Julie to like spark up a live about it or anything.
Well, I will say this.
He's literally the kind of man who would gaslight you about what color the sky is, just like he did about KK's Sunday school night thing. He contradicts himself mid-sentence, blames the viewers or blame the people, then go live by setting the record straight by inventing a brand new lie. And the dash cam. Yes. Exactly. It's a spectrum because kids range from verbal to nonverbal and are each unique. Absolutely be in Florida. Not only that, it's they made him sound like he couldn't hardly even do anything in the beginning, right? He might be 15 years old, but he's young in mind. Now it's completely flipped. Completely flipped. Right? Why? Alter gray, yeah. Yeah, I need to do that. So that lady went up there to talk about something she couldn't even explain. My daughter hates that they no longer use the term Asperger's. He does flex so much. How does he get his head so far up his ass? Good question.
To make this easier,
Mhm.
and this does, if Mrs. Skolnick's listen, I didn't diagnose it. The doctors
Mhm.
at Vanderbilt Medical Children's Hospital, they diagnosed Sebastian,
Well, I'm
not me.
46 years old, and because I have
Exactly,
ADHD,
Lost Voices with Jackie. Like he might be able to get to Culver's down the road, and now they're like, oh well, Sebastian, he's just a normal kid who, which is it? Which is it? They couldn't even answer on Duchess if Sebastian could climb a hill. There we go. Exactly. No, Golden Girl. He's welcome to come up, though. I think so too, Jen. He's young in mind. He might be 15-year-old in his body, but he's young in mind. Okay. So someone young in mind couldn't do the things that you are now saying that he can do. Whenever the people that told us Sebastian is just a normal everyday kid who has some quirks about him or whatever, which every person does in my opinion, uh was Seth and the school. The classmates said he was just a normal kid. Justin, is it a coincidence that the car entered the subdivision at 2:58 a.m.? The call came to dispatch at 6:33, 3 hours and 35 minutes, doorstep to doorstep. Be in Florida, in my opinion, that is not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. Next thing he will drive his truck. Yeah. Is this a panel physicians can diagnose? I hope not. I hope not. What was Sebastian's actual diagnosis? He, from what Seth says, he has I I forget what chromosome deletion he has, and autistic, which he was recently diagnosed as autistic. Uh Let me see if I can find that 1 second.
I can't really concentrate to hear really with like the whole, what it, what my doctor said, and I just got diagnosed like 4 years ago. So
Yeah,
wow,
see, and I mean,
which I should have been when I was young. I mean, definitely should have been when I was younger. So, but girls, it's harder for girls to get diagnosed with ADHD, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
Hey, that kind of
Okay.
you kind of open a box. I ain't even going.
Sebastian has 6q27 chromosome deletion syndrome. It's a rare genetic condition involving a deletion of the terminal end of the long arm Q arm of chromosome 6, specifically at band 27. This deletion can lead to a spectrum of developmental and neurological challenges, including intellectual disability, speech and motor delays, behavioral issues, and in some cases, features overlapping with autism spectrum disorder. In Sebastian's case, his parents reported that he was diagnosed with both autism and 6q27 deletion syndrome. This combination is together based upon what his parents have said. So there's that. Let me one second. Okay. So the 6q27 chromosome deletion. Okay, I already read that part. Meaning it affects the end segment of the chromosome, which can disrupt multiple genes involved in brain development, motor control, and cellular function. It's typically a spontaneous deletion, meaning it isn't inherited from a parent but occurs during the formation of the egg or sperm or early fetal development. In rare cases, a parent may carry a balanced rearrangement without symptoms and pass on to. So let's see here. What common symptoms and challenges of this the Q6q27 deletion? Neurological developments, intellectual disability, mild to severe, global developmental delays, walking, speech, cognitive, seizures, or epilepsy in some cases. Remember, Sebastian did have epilepsy in when he was younger. And that is one thing that I've constantly spoken about is when you hear the thud and knowing that Sebastian had seizures when he was younger, you didn't check on him? You didn't check on him. I don't care if you haven't had a seizure for 5 or 10 years. If you've had a seizure before and you hear a thud, you're going to go check. Because you can have one at any time. Right? You can have low muscle tone. And I think that's a lot of the reason, in my opinion, Sebastian might have been skinny. Poor coordination or balance. Poor coordination or balance. Again, I don't think he's going to be the type of kid that's going to go run outside and just run straight to the woods. Right? Speech and communication, delayed speech or absence of speech, difficulty with expressive and receptive language. Some individuals may be nonverbal, behavioral traits overlapping with autism spectrum disorder, sensory processing issues, repetitive behaviors, being very rigid in routines, right? Which, you know, people, many people with autism, of course, it's a spectrum, but a very common thing with autism is they specifically like the things they like and really don't like the things they don't like. And they will typically have things in a certain order and, can't go outside of that. Physical features. Low set ears, wide set eyes, flat nasal bridge, some delayed growth or short stature, other possible medical issues, vision or hearing problems, feeding difficulties in infancy, heart or kidney abnormalities, but that's less common. Usually diagnosed via chromosomal microarray testing that detects the missing genetic material. Follow-up testing like MRI of the brain, developmental assessments, and genetic counseling is often recommended. Sensory sensitivities, lack of where was that? Difficulty expressing himself clearly. Yeah. Okay, got that. So, again, I'm not a doctor. That is just what Wikipedia says about his specific chromosome deletion. Of course, everyone is different. It's flipped because we want you to accept he's so incompatible. He ran away to get stuck in a outhouse and never found his way out. He's so incapable rather. He'd run away and get stuck in and out. Well, I mean, there's just nothing to suggest that he ran away. You know what I mean? I check on my doggies if I hear a thud from the room he is in, just to check on him. He's 2. I can't imagine KK not checking on Sebastian unless she's already knew what the thud was, in my opinion. It's Edgar said the other day, well, someone asked him, could it be Sebastian was upset about a conversation you were having? And Edgar says, oh, well, we have, conversations where, children can hear us. And if that's the case, then how did you speak to Sebastian about, hearing a thud? Right? And how did you hear the thud?
Nowhere near that. Nope. Mom didn't raise no
those
fool.
girls in school that talked all the time and wouldn't be quiet and they just don't stop talking. Yeah, that's me. Always on my thing. But anyway.
Here's actually a really good question. Has the AMW being aired? Do you know if that's increased tips?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't heard much. I'm torn about.
Listen, I don't think in my opinion, I don't think Sebastian is out there somewhere living a life in secrecy, especially not on his own, and I don't believe anyone is holding him captive in any way. In my opinion only, opinions are not facts, but I believe whatever happened to Sebastian on the night of the 25th took place and it was dealt with that night. On what specifically are you talking about, Mohawk? So I think the only tip, in my opinion, that will hopefully come in is that someone found Sebastian. Edgar wasn't Edgar running the ring cam. Would those hear those slapping? I don't know what you mean on that. Chris knows exactly. I mean, I think they, thank you, Hobo. Hey, guys, if y'all want to become a member of the Pearl family, please join. Greatly appreciate it.
America's Most Wanted, the way it was done, kind of torn. I'm glad it was done.
What am I doing?
I think some of the information was put out was good. Some of the information they did put out was wrong. Katie never once said that Sebastian stepped on an anthill without shoes. That was Seth.
Right.
I just.
So are you saying, hold on, Edgar, are you saying that America's Most Wanted got something wrong? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Which is fine because we all get stuff wrong at times. If you clear it up, that's what matters. Like I did with the crab foot thing.
I thought it would be probably a little bit longer, a lot more like interviewed.
I gotta
would
find
be
that crab
exposed
thing. I'll
between
show you guys. Y'all were
all
gonna laugh
three of
your
us. I
ass
thought
off.
that one probably would have been a little bit more. But I mean, look, at this point, we take whatever we can for recognition to get Sebastian's face and name out there. That's all that matters to us.
Chris, when you say interview between the three of y'all, they actually set you all three down in the same room and did an interview, or am I
No, ma'am.
misunderstanding
No,
that?
ma'am.
Okay.
No. So Katie and I were interviewed on one day. So we had to set a whole full day aside. So we do our interview, they do their filming, all their stuff, the A roll, B roll, all that stuff. Then the next day they went and met up with Seth and they did his stuff. And it was, I don't know how long it took, but his interview, the A roll, B roll, stuff like that. And then they'll go back, take all the stuff, deliver it to the production company. And throughout the whole time, they've asked us for bits and pieces of things that we've provided. I mean, at one point, some of the stuff from YouTube, I think, got brought in on America's Most Wanted. I do know that I told them, hey, I would talk to certain creators, get some of their points of views, get some of their footage. But I mean, I don't know what ever happened about that. And I kind of just stayed my distance, stay in my lane.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Chris, am I correct in thinking that the door's open for you and your wife and Seth to do like an interview, all three of us, without any involvement? Is that still on the table?
I don't know. I mean, that is something that would have to be discussed offline.
Yeah, that's something I would have to.
That, but I do feel bad for Seth, and I don't condone his behaviour, but I do feel that he's being gaslighted, and I feel like he's alone, and that's why he's believing in these people.
No.
I
mean, I will say this. That's your opinion, ma'am. I'll respect your opinion and I'll leave it at that.
Right. I agree.
Best answer. I think
it's unfortunate, but I think you really told us a lot again, the way to distinguish
I want to
Sebastian,
show you
because I
this.
do
You're all gonna
appreciate
laugh
that there
your
are
ass
people
off.
keeping their eyes open, like Tennessee Terry. It didn't hurt to ask if that was Sebastian, and that's all we can do is just remember that this is about Sebastian. He is still out there. These are the ways you can look for him, and to stop prejudging with the autism. We've heard enough from all the parents at this point to stop labeling Sebastian as the missing autistic teenager and just look for an average child.
Yeah, I mean, it's take away all of the, I call the fluff. Take all the fluff away from the situation.
Look at
You're
this.
looking for a child that's 5'5".
But you said take all the fluff away before, and it's actually a boring case. It's actually a really boring case. I've never heard any parent ever say that their child's case is a boring case. Now that is interesting. Look at this, guys. Also, America's Most Wanted got this wrong as well. Let's see if I can zoom in more. Sebastian, it's age 16, but it's got 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, February 26, 2024. It should be February 25th was last seen at his home, February 25th, 2024. But they probably got that from Edgar and KK, in my opinion. His mom, KK, woke up and Sebastian was not in his room. KK lives with her husband, Edgar, Sebastian's stepfather. Edgar was traveling for work at the time. Sebastian's biological father, Seth, lives separately. Sebastian, who is autistic, was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt, hold on. Let's see here. Last seen wearing black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, glasses, no shoes with a small flashlight. You don't know that he had a flashlight or not. The two main theories in Sebastian's case are that he either ran away or he was taken away. Many sleuths on social media have been suspicious of Sebastian's parents. However, law enforcement has been clear that they have been cooperative throughout the investigation and that there is no evidence to support foul play. Well, not for me. They said this is a criminal investigation. They didn't say who it was, but they said it was a criminal investigation. Despite searches and investigations, there have been no confirmed sightings or leads of Sebastian's case. I mean, law enforcement said they have something. And we'll ask all the information about the case and presented as a runaway. Yeah, a flashlight that didn't even allegedly work. What is an average child? What is a normal child? And what are all our children are unique and precious? Absolutely, Nana. He was probably working away from the home because he could not be in the home, just saying. He was probably working away from the home because he could not be in the home, just saying. Perhaps. 9-minute clip on Facebook, Sebastian's group. CP seems to know exactly how Sebastian would look today, yet he had not been home. Right. Exactly. Thank you, Sammy G. 9 months. Igor. First, look how typical ASD kid that runs now They want us to think that he's grown up and can figure it out, so we should go search for other missing kids. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Sammy G. Yep, he's fine. He's normal. Uh, nothing to see here. He's not, you know, young in mind like they said he was when he first went missing. Yeah, I agree, Veronica. I agree. Um, okay. Now let me show you this. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Okay. Yes, he talks about him possibly gaining weight and a light mustache. Are you serious? Are you serious? My God. A light mustache with a year's growth. Hopefully, girl mom. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my God. The hell is. Let me see if this is the one. Maybe it's this one. 1 second. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to show y'all something funny. I mean, a lot of these, what they call the other people, they're going after a lot of these spirit box people now and all that. And because I mean, respectfully, I think most, I don't go along with the spirit boxes or anything like that. I've never have because there's no, there's nothing as a fact in that, right? It is all speculative of scenarios that is not even based on any sort of, you know, uh, evidence or anything. So I mean, if you believe in psychics, that or whatever, but the spirit boxes for me, I just think are bullshit, complete bullshit. Um, but if you believe in them, no judgment. I'm just telling you my opinion on it. So, uh, this was the one and only time that I've ever, I think, Josh, you guys got to watch Josh's. The person we heard something. Yeah, I will, Lucy, though.
Has Sebastian Rogers? I hate to ask it. Has Sebastian Rogers crossed over?
PRM need.
To me, it sounds like PRFD. But listen to this. It's so ridiculous.
I don't believe so, man. I don't know what I don't like that. I feel like, see, this is my problem.
Me.
I feel like when you ask questions like that with a kid that's missing, like it's very touchy because that's a city.
Well, yes, it is very touchy. It's very touchy, but you're entertaining this as well. You know what I mean? I mean, have an opinion on something. You know, speculate if you must, but a box that is literally skipping radio stations and picks out a word and utters it is nothing.
Insinuating. I don't want to be that person, man. I don't like because
You don't want to be the person that you're doing it.
that. I feel like I'm slurring.
I shouldn't.
And I shouldn't.
Our frown.
Holly, you're good. It's just there's certain things I try to be very.
It's going to say something here in a minute, and it's the only thing I've ever agreed with a spirit box on.
Touchy on
At
when it comes to Sebastian or any kid that's missing right now and we don't have an answer on, you know.
But you're asking the questions, though.
A lot of times I feel like when you ask about the spirit guides, you can at least, because every person has a guide in their life. Thank you. And I feel like when you can communicate with them, they can at least
out there.
Out there.
It
He's
just
gonna
said out
open his
there.
mouth.
Deb, yeah, I'll look at all this.
It's bullshit, is what it is.
Beach out there. What did that just say? 80. Does that say 80? Is Sebastian Rogers in Alaska?
I will.
I don't know what that just said, to be honest with you guys. Hillary, that's a good thing. How can we find Sebastian Rogers, guides?
Hand burner.
I mean, it's the type that, you'll say, it just said my name. And it's like, yeah, because you just yelled at it 47
Jennifer,
times
don't
into
give
a
up. We all
Bluetooth
have
speaker,
guides, I promise you.
and your echo got back to you. I mean, it's the most dumb bullshit. I don't know how anybody believes in this. I really don't.
And we start dancing.
You know what I always wondered, guys? Is Sebastian, y'all don't judge me for this, what I'm about to ask. Is
The
Sebastian
man per goal.
Is Sebastian Rogers in a tree?
In a tree.
Hugo.
Yeah.
Let me find it 1 second. You're going to be like, what the hell?
Y'all are awesome. Thank you.
And bar.
Jennifer, yep. He definitely.
Like it's at a bar or something.
Yes, sir.
LA, he does, don't he? Did that just say a bar in Jessa? Darling, thank y'all so much. I know I'm awesome.
Walls.
Let me find it. I'm trying to find it.
Oh boy. He's such a butthead, dude.
It is.
Hold on, I was playing the wrong one. 1 second. I was playing the wrong one. This is it. This one's it.
Nasty.
He gets so excited in this one.
I got it.
And it's just
Gordon.
Of your hand.
Nasty. It said nasty.
Listen to this.
He's talking real calm right now, which is different.
Heavy.
Heavy. He's it's heavy on him.
Heavy on who?
Was there a fight with a family member? Preface this. It's not to get things started. I'm just asking.
Your mom.
Oh my God, dude.
No.
She gets fired up on this, like really gets fired up.
Where is Sebastian's physical body?
Ride.
Ride where?
Never at beat.
Never at beat.
I think I don't even know if this is spirit box or it's AI.
Never at beat. Ride where?
Sad.
Sad. Well, I get that a lot with Seb. The other day, Hodge, you said he's west. How far west? 10 miles.
A few.
What's a few? Is he 5 miles from his home?
It's unbelievable.
Oral.
10?
Katie.
Oh my fuck!
Did you hear what it said? I was like, oh my God. Even the spirit box is like, KK, mother chicken, KK, K. No, look, listen, but it says something else here in a second that I was like busting. Watch this.
What's
Hold on, watch this.
far west? 10
A
miles.
few.
Watch this.
What's a few? Is he 5 miles from his home?
Oral.
10?
Katie.
Oh my fuck!
KK, mother chicken. All right. Now listen to what it says next. Didn't want to hear that, I guess.
All. Lord.
I don't either, Eileen.
Echo and Bear.
Did that say Edgar?
Where is Sebastian's physical body?
I cannot believe people say this.
Chris.
You hear that? Did you hear that?
Where is Sebastian's physical body?
Chris.
It said, Chris. It's a KK and Edgar. I was like, maybe it's onto something. That was bullshit. Stuff such bullshit, but it's just the irony of it.
You're alone.
Watch what it says. I believe it now. Shoot. Exactly, Denise. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, even the spirit box is like,
What the fuck just happened?
listen, mother chickens. I can't spell it. Hold on, what did it say?
What the fuck just happened?
Suffix.
Suffix. Isn't there like a suffix Virginia or something like that?
Is a rear.
I was like, you are kidding me.
outdoors.
He's outdoors.
Where at outdoors?
And so,
Where outdoors?
each.
To me, it sounded like it said beach right there. But let's be clear. You're not picking up spirits. You're picking up a CB from 3 towns over. Come on now. Ridiculous.
Is he more than 20 miles?
You're still.
Dude, he's not stopping. He's never done this.
He gets fired up, but it's like it's literally paranormal equipment. It's glorified kitchen timer hooked up to a freaking Game Boy.
Side.
On the side of beach? I just drooled.
Didn't CP do a
Like
spirit box
beach
too?
high
I don't
school?
know.
Our bureau and
Our bureau.
Just can't believe people did that.
call us, we're ready. First pilots.
No. Please tell me you're joking. You're joking, right? 'Cause I'm gone during the day, so I don't know. I don't watch anybody. He was searching with a spirit box. Oh my god. Oh my god. K-Mac, he did. He was with someone. Yes, Justin with Crabtree, I believe. I've never seen such buffoonery. I need a spirit
Beach
box.
as in the score.
And early.
Ask me a question. I'll tell you what my spirit says. Yes.
Can you give me a landmark? I know that's probably hard to ask.
Yeah. He is always asking like very direct questions like where is, can you give me a landmark and directions? It's hard for the spirits to come through here, right? So let's, I need you to specify, spirit.
Golden Cross.
Fucking Golden Cross, dude. Golden Cross. Golden Cross. My nose
guys,
is running.
I'll be live with
That's
Remy
hot.
tonight, by the
Like,
way.
I don't know why. He makes me stuffy.
Josh does amazing.
What was that last part? Golden Cross.
Oh wow.
Who's that?
Ellie's. Call Lavio though.
One second. Let me find it. Hold on.
Y'all, I don't think y'all have met Pam. Y'all have met Pam. Pam is my mannequin that's haunted. She's right here.
Pam is my mannequin that's haunted. Oh my god. Oh my god, Josh and I could rail together. I'm telling you, we could rail a lot together because we, like, he could say something, I would bounce something right off of him. Yes, Pam is. He says it's his mannequin that is haunted. Is that a blow up doll? Is that what, AKA blow up doll? Asking. Just asking.
Modular walk.
This is fair.
It's, yeah. Yeah, you could, if I say the word, then she'll go off. But it's basically an Alexa. Sorry, cancel Alexa. She heard me.
Man.
Watch this.
Man. They said y'all said y'all can keep it. I don't know what that means. That is my actual spirit armor person.
There's
Does
a
that say
golden
9?
It's just a less.
To me, it sounded like dress for less. He said in the video. Who does me and you?
NRNT.
Greed. That's what I heard.
Look what up.
It as I am.
9 in Brave, yeah. So 9's one of my protectors. It was I that what? Truck. There's truck again.
The T I can spot.
The T I can spot.
The T I can spot. I don't know, guys. That's just a little cray-cray, if you ask me. I want to show you guys a case. One second. One second. Okay. But this is. There's a case going on in Nova Scotia, and I want to show you. Look at this, guys. Siblings Lily and oh, they were found. Hold on. They were found. What the fuck? Hold on, something's going wrong with my computer. It's not wanting to work. Guys, it just says found. Oh! Footprints found. Footprints found. My computer's acting crazy. Lily and Jack Sullivan update on missing kids as footprints found. Stop. This was 4 hours ago. Police said the A potential footprint was spotted as the search for two missing siblings in Canada's Nova Scotia province continues. Lily Sullivan, 6, and Jack Sullivan, 4, were last seen Friday on Gairloch Road in Lansdowne Station. The children were believed to have wandered from a home just after 10 a.m., the Royal Canadian Mounted Police said in a news statement. The police told CBC News that the searchers located what they could have been footprints on Saturday, leading them to expand their search efforts in the area. These are the two little cuties right here, 4 and 6 years old. People are saying that the mom and stepdad are very sus, but I'm still learning about this, but I want to show you. The search effort for Lily and Jack is now in the 4th day. Multiple agencies are participating, including search and rescue teams from around the province, the Civil Air Search and Rescue Association, and the Department of Natural Resources, Air Services, RCMP, Police Dog Services, and RCMP remotely piloted aircraft system operators. About 160 people were involved in Sunday's search despite rain forecast in the area. Quote, searchers are diligently keeping track of which specific section of the ground have been covered and are applying their specialized skill to allow searchers on scene to stay safe, RCMP of Nova Scotia said on Twitter. Okay. What to know? Lily is described as having shoulder-length light brown hair with bangs. She might be wearing a pink shirt, pink sweater, pink pants, and pink boots. Jack is described as having short blondish hair. Police said he is wearing blue dinosaur boots and no other clothing description is available. A vulnerable person missing alert has been issued for the children. Police and others involved in the search appreciate the ongoing community support across the province related to this missing person investigation. RCMP spokesperson says it has been a few days, but that has not dampened the hopes of the search teams that police who are trying to get these kids found. Robert Parker, warden of the municipality of the county, told CBC News, quote, they often say it takes a village to raise a child. We here in the county are the village right now, and everybody is hoping and praying for the little ones. Okay, let me see something right here. Let me find the video. Okay. Look at this, y'all. There are so many searches, yes.
The desperate search continues here in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. More than 100 search and rescue workers, many of them volunteers, continue their efforts working alongside the RCMP. As the massive search continues in the thickly wooded area of this Nova Scotia community, 6-year-old Lily and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan's mother and stepfather are holding out hope, waiting and praying for any good news.
The very first day I wasn't around very much because I was just searching. I was running through the woods, screaming their name till my throat hurt.
The focus of the search involves a radius of several kilometers from where the children were last seen playing on Friday.
We want to bring these two children home to their parents. We've got people who've been here since day one, since the first time the call came in. So they're tired. and they're optimistic. They have one job. This is all search and rescue does, is they try to bring people home safely.
The search area has expanded on an hourly basis, and the methods being deployed are also changing. Originally, there were 2 search and rescue helicopters. Now there are 3, and
there is a stepfather involved,
rescue
by the
workers
way.
have deployed 5 drones to assist in their efforts to find these missing children.
The search continues for 2 missing children.
Just one second. I want to show you the stepfather first real quick here.
In other news today, the search continues this morning for 2 missing children in rural Nova Scotia. Crews have been combing through the woods around Pictou County since Friday, when police believe they wandered away from their home. Brett Ruskin is live in Halifax. He's picking up the story for us this morning. Where do things stand today, Brett, with the search efforts?
Good morning, Heather. Yeah, search efforts are continuing this morning for these 2 missing children here in Nova Scotia. So we have 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan. They went missing on Friday morning. Now, we heard from the children's stepfather recently. Here's what he had to say about this situation.
The last few days have been very stressful. I mean, ever since the Friday morning, when we noticed that the children were gone.
Where's that, Elisa?
Immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could.
This is the stepfather. Has had it rough. April, a 4-year-old fell out of a boat with dad. One of the other siblings was never found last week. 2 youths in Kai. Oh, gosh. The French Broad River is in the mountains of North Carolina. Yeah, they look a little rough and Blanc. Okay, look at this.
And waited for the police to get there.
So again, this search began with family members and has now expanded to dozens of search and rescue volunteers. About 160 people were on the ground yesterday. There were dogs brought in to try to catch a scent of these 2 children. There were 8 drone units in the skies searching, as well as a couple of...
Thank you so much, Kiki. Please check email after your lab concerning smothered case or some other case. I think that's what you mean. Thank you, Kiki. Guys, please hit that thumbs up button. Would love for you to become a member of the Pearl family if you can.
Of helicopters as well, each one of them equipped with infrared sensors and cameras looking for these children. Now, we heard from police talking about some of the challenging conditions and logistical issues that they are running into with this situation, with the kind of the situation on the ground. Here's what police had to say about this search.
With the wet weather, it makes things a little more complicated for our searchers. Given they're in the woods, it's wet, things are slippery, footing's not the greatest. It's the water's it's not the best, but they're still trudging through and they're still working hard at doing the job that they have to do.
Again, we know that 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan went missing on Friday morning. That is when this search began and when the family reported them missing. And again, the search has been ongoing since that time. Heather.
Brett, I'm sure people following the story closely, those who are close at hand in terms of proximity, what can people do if they're trying and hoping to help?
Yeah, folks might think that, hey, I live nearby, I could hop in the car and go and search through the woods. I can help out as well, but that's not necessarily what officials want. They say this is a very coordinated, very organized search. They know where each one of the crews are. They know the areas that have been searched already and the area.
Yeah, it says they reported them missing at approximately 10 a.m. on May 2nd. According to the reports, their mother and stepfather were asleep with their 16-month-old baby when the older children wandered off. Upon waking and realizing the children were missing, Brooks immediately contacted emergency services. Okay, I'm going to show you this in a second. This is interesting.
Is that they are now focusing on, so advising residents to not just drive out and try to help out with the search on their own in the woods. One thing that people can help with is searching their own properties, looking in ditches, culverts, sheds, or any other possible hiding area that these kids.
I mean, why were they both asleep with their kids up? The mother left the home. Great.
That these children may have used for shelter. That is how people can help. And again, we know that the temperature has dropped a little bit overnight, but we haven't seen below 0 temperatures. So again, these search efforts are continuing now, beginning their 4th day of searching. Heather?
Brett, that's important information.
I mean, I think it would be highly unlikely that both of them wandered off. I mean, or sorry, not they both wandered off. I would find it highly unlikely that they both were hurt by someone in the house at the same time. That usually does not happen. But I wonder if the kids got their hands on something. You get me? While they were laying down and woke up.
Officers and searchers on site are following up on anything that comes up that provides direction, provides specifics, and provides something that can be used to narrow the search. At this point, Lily and Jack are still considered missing children. Police are pursuing all investigative avenues, and there's a variety of teams involved who are applying the tools and the skills and the expertise needed to locate and bring Lily and Jack home. There's been an absolutely incredible turnout from the GSAR teams across the province here in partnership with the RCMP and other resources. I do know that there's been well over 100 every day. The outpouring of support from so many volunteers who've given up so much of their time to be here has been incredible, and I know it's been a great support to the police on scene with this goal that we all have. This is continuing to be a missing person investigation. At this point, we are still treating it as missing people, and our goal is still with the police on scene and the searchers on scene through the variety of GSAR teams.
Oh, really,
The goal
Maurice?
continues to be
Maurice, they mentioned that, Justin, that something was found, what you just referred to.
to locate Lily and Jack and bring them home safe.
All right, now we're going to look at the mom's interview. I will say that, in my opinion, based upon just doing this for a long time and some classes that I've taken, I find it highly improbable that mom and or stepdad did something to 2 children at one time. Highly unlikely, in my opinion. But kids may have been hungry, or they touched something and they were found. And so here's mom. Hold on.
And I want them home. Just staying as hopeful as possible. I want them home. I want to hold them. And I want them home. What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep. And they're not the type of kids, we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them. And they happen to just get out that sliding door, and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And the next thing we knew, it was quiet. And we get up, and I tell him, my partner, Daniel. I tell him, "Do you hear the kids?" And he says, "No." And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere, yelling for them. And I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call. They're both really go-lucky children. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone. They'll talk your ear off. They will speak to anyone in a store. Everyone. They're just extremely sweet kids. I appreciate the huge search effort going on right now. But we've been pushing for an Amber Alert, which hasn't been issued. Not just that they could possibly be abducted, which it is a possibility that they could have been, but just an alert to let everyone know that they are missing. We had people text me saying that they weren't aware someone else let them know that they were missing, and it would just be nice if everyone could be alerted. We thought maybe that we found tracks, but it's still uncertain. It's been raining and they're probably soaking wet, but with the sun today, I'm hopeful that they are feeling warm. We're all filled with pain and sorrow because we just want them found. We want them home. Everyone loves them. They are definitely verbal, and they do have...
Kat says, my grandson 5 and 3 tried to go to their friend's house 15 blocks away. DIL barely caught them. 5 years old, had scaled a wall and unlocked the gate. Damn, Kat. Thank you so much. I'm going to go just the very little bit that I know right now. I'm going to go with they absolutely either ran away or, in my opinion, they got a hold of something in the house.
Possible autism, but it's not extreme autism.
Hold on.
Everyone loves them. They are definitely verbal, and they do have possible autism, but it's not extreme autism. It's just...
They both do?
They have issues with school, and they don't catch up with the other kids. I just want to remain hopeful. But there's always, in a mother's mind, you're always thinking the worst. Last night was one of the worst nights because I didn't have them in their beds. And I don't want to go through that another...
Hold on. Wait a minute. What do you mean you didn't have them in their beds? What does that mean? Where were they? No, they're 4 and 6.
Their night without them. Just, they have issues with school, and they don't catch up with the other kids. I just want to remain hopeful. But there's always, in a mother's mind, you're always thinking the worst. Last night was one of the worst nights because I didn't have them in their beds. And I don't want to go through that another night without them.
I just found something. Eek. This is... Where were they? This reminds me of Summer Wells.
Lily and 6-year-old Lily and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan loved playing on the slide in their backyard. Now their 4-year-old Jack Sullivan loved playing on the slide.
I don't think they had autism. I think they just... parents didn't work with them.
In their backyard.
I mean, look at this.
Now their mother, Maleha Brooks Murray, can barely look at it.
I'm just staying as hopeful as possible. I want them home. I want to hold them. And I want them home.
It's been 4 days since police believe Lily and Jack wandered away from their home. Today, more than 120 people are searching on foot, by drone, and from the air.
It has been a few days, but that has not dampened the hopes of the GSAR teams and the police who are here to try and get these kids home.
RCMP have been focusing on a 3.5 kilometer radius from where the children were last seen, but that search zone expanded today further into the thick woods.
There's teams and units from the RCMP who have a variety of different tasks to be completed. So there's work being done across all sorts of areas in order to collect the information needed to locate them.
RCMP says the weather has complicated the search, making visibility and terrain more difficult to navigate. They're tying ribbons like the ones you see behind me in the areas they've searched already, and they've added another helicopter to scan the area from above.
I just want to remain hopeful. But there's always, in a mother's mind, you're always thinking the worst.
All of it is a shock to the community.
It's not something that happens very often, and you just hope and praying they find them as soon as they can.
With each hour, concern grows, and the search to find Lily and Jack becomes more urgent.
I miss them.
For now, the family holds on to the hope the children...
No, they weren't. She said, PK says they weren't in their beds because they were missing, Justin. But she said, I didn't have them in their beds. Heard that the dad may be in prison jail, allegedly.
Children will be found, and they'll be back playing in their backyard once again. Hafsa Arif, CTV News, Lansdowne Station.
And you can follow this.
Hold on. I mean, this little girl's jacket is filthy. This was 4 hours ago.
As RCMP combed through woods and fields searching for 6-year-old Lily and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan, their stepfather Daniel Martel spends every evening conducting his own search.
As soon as I seen they were missing, I jumped right in the vehicle and I did every dirt road and searched every culvert.
The children are thought to have wandered away from their home in Lansdowne Station.
I mean, okay, let's think about this, right? If there's 2 of them, and let's say one got injured or they separated, you're twice as likely to find one of them, right? There's 2 of them, so you should be able to find at least one.
On Friday morning, Martel believes they were only gone for about 20 minutes before he and their mother noticed they were missing.
20 minutes. That's what it feels like. 20 minutes before they noticed them missing.
The very first day I wasn't around very much because I was just searching. I was running through the woods, screaming their name till my throat hurt.
Martel says the only concrete clue so far is a boot print found near the backyard of the property. RCMP haven't shared any additional evidence.
A boot print found near the backyard. How do you know was whenever that was the most recent boot print? And that's the thing. How do they know it's been 20 minutes? That's a good question. Who said that? Plant lady. Sleeping that late with 2 small 3. They've got an infant. They were sleeping with the 16-month-old in the bed. 3 kids under 7 in Washington were missing over a week. They thought rescue were monsters, so hid in the hollow log, was eventually found weak. Oh, baby kisses. Wow.
The officers and searchers on site are following up on...
I'm still saying they either ran away or I feel like they might have found something in the house.
On anything that comes up that provides direction, provides
Parents just don't harm two kids. That's a very, very rare thing.
specifics, and provides something that can be used to narrow the search.
Martel and the children's mother have been in a relationship for 3 years now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They've been in a relationship for 3 years. They said they were both sleeping, then woke up, and the children were gone. How do they know the time frame? That's what I'm asking. That's exactly right. I'm going to dig on this all
Malaya
night.
Brooks Murray told CTV News she's still holding out hope Jack and Lily will be found. She is now staying with family outside the county, and Martel says
Oh, great. Mom's outside the county now.
she hasn't spoken to him since. Hundreds of people have
Hold on. Wait.
relationship for 3 years now. Malaya Brooks Murray told CTV News she's still holding out hope Jack and Lily will be found. She is now staying with family outside the county, and Martel says she hasn't spoken to him since.
Why is she not spoken to the boyfriend? What? Why? No. She blocked him. Read my comments, Justin. She blocked him. What do you mean she left the home and blocked him? Justin, CPS made her leave, or they will take the baby. She left and blocked him on everything. Uh-oh. Not good. Maybe he did do something to both of those kids. I thought the mom looked at the clock in the bedroom when she was in and out of sleep. So sus. Sounds like he did. It sounds like he did something. I know they're not his kids. I don't like the look she's got on the blank stare. Her mind is reliving everything. Well, she needs to say, if he did something, but they still could have got a hold of something in that house. And yet he's out searching every day, right? Why did she leave? Allegedly, I think it was Maurice. Forgive me if I'm wrong. There's Joanne. Blocked him on phone. I watched a thing on it earlier. I am going to be digging my ass off on this tonight.
Hundreds of people have been searching for 5 days now. Martel is worried the children.
Anybody watching in here right now, even if you're in the bushes, anyone live in that area? Sounds like, again, stepfather, CPS said you need to leave. Those kids can't walk far, so I say they would have been found. Maybe there's something to her saying they're verbal. This is bad,
Have been
y'all.
abducted.
Hardly any evidence at all since the first day. It's mind-boggling that nothing else was found.
VRC.
Yeah, you got the stepfather saying, no evidence, hardly nothing, zero zilch. There's nothing. They don't have nothing.
CMP would not confirm if major crime is investigating.
There's a variety of teams who are applying their skills and expertise in order to assist in the search. I can't comment on what any of the specific teams are beyond what's involved in the search on the ground here.
Every day the children aren't found is taking a toll on Martel.
Just waiting and waiting for him to come home.
Todd, the media has been...
That's what Edgar said. We're just waiting for him to come home, and when he comes home, the streets will be crowded again. CT, let me tell you something. Almost all of these cases, over and over and over again, are step parents. Guys, if y'all find anything on this, email me or text me. CT, if you want to call in, you can call in. I want to show y'all this as well. Oh, well, let me finish this.
Away from the command center today, RCMP and the search team had to
Hold on,
move
what?
after
in the search on the
waiting and waiting.
What is
for him
that?
to come home.
Todd, the media has been kept away from the command center today. RCMP and the search team
Media has been kept away from the command center today. That tells me, in my opinion, this may be going toward criminal.
had to move after being asked to leave a private property they were on. RCMP says this doesn't impact their operations. Todd?
Hafsa Arif, continuing.
Very interesting. Huh.
The search for 2 missing children in Nova Scotia has entered a 5th day.
It has been a few days, but that has not dampened the hopes of the GSAR teams and the police who are here to try and get these kids home.
It's not something that happens very often. And you're just hoping, praying they find them as soon as they can.
Police believe 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4...
Hold on, CT's calling. What's it doing? Hey, CT, how you doing?
Hey, Justin, how's it going?
Good.
Yeah, so, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
How are you feeling?
I'm definitely doing a lot better.
Good.
From what I was, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, hold on. Start again. Okay. Sorry, I was muted. I apologize. Go back to the astronomy thing.
Okay. So, yeah, this is kind of getting back to the security camera videos, like the 3 a.m. flashlight video and everything. I know those videos have been, analyzed to death. But anyway, what I was going to say is back when I was, really into astronomy, I was in this group, and we used to go to star parties out in the desert.
Right.
And these guys would have these huge, reflector telescopes, and really, high-end telescopes. And there were some guys that were doing what was called astrophotography. And basically what that was they would have a camera, like a CCD camera, and it was mounted to the eyepiece on the telescope. And they were taking pictures of, galaxies and planets. And, they were taking some really good pictures.
Uh-huh.
And there were, from what I remember, there were a few different methods they used. One was with a long exposure. And the other is with what they called stacking. And basically what it means is, they would take a series of images and then they would get combined together. And by doing that, you were able to get more detail than you could with just one frame, with just one exposure.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wondering if anyone has tried to do that. Now with some of the videos, they're kind of shaky, like especially with flashlight videos, so it's kind of a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing, of course, is like what we were talking about earlier. There's a practical limit to what you can do with an image, but it is a possibility, because this isn't just like trying to enhance like one image, you know, and if you over enhance it, you just end up with like pixels and noise. But if you take a series of images and then composite or stack them together, sometimes you can actually get more details out that way. And I'm just, you know, wondering if anyone's ever tried that. Maybe some people who, I don't have a whole lot of experience with image editing. I have a little bit, but not a whole lot. I just thought maybe that was one possibility, you know, for some of these videos. You know, when it's a video, you could take it apart in frames and stack the images and try to composite them together and maybe get some more detail out that way. You know, it's just a thought I had. What I remember when people were, you know, doing some pretty cool stuff with astrophotography. You know,
I've did some of the what you call stacking before, and I've actually when the Nancy Grace thing and all that was going on, I actually had paid someone for a service, and I sent those in. So I've not been able to share them, but you know, there's only so much they can do, but I think with I think we know, in my opinion at least, who those individuals are.
Yeah.
And I think law enforcement does too. I think that will, you know, this is I believe these individuals had covers on their head.
Okay.
And I believe one of them was wearing boots, and you know, that's
wow. Yeah.
all I can really say on that.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I always kind of got the impression that maybe, you know, you knew a little more information than you could actually share. You know, but yeah, it was just something. I don't know. I was just thinking, wait a minute. I remember these guys back when I was, you know, going to these star parties, and I remember them talking about how they would. I mean, man, they were getting like beautiful images of whirlpool galaxy.
Yeah, that's
all these different objects.
That's exactly how they get the pictures of the galaxies. They do thousands of layers,
right?
To get these,
assemble them together.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Or they'll do so many thousands of pictures, and they'll add them all together, and then they'll stack them.
Right. Or you could do a long exposure too, but if you do that, like there was another thing. I won't stay on here too long, but there was another thing I know these guys used to do is they would have telescopes that were on a motorized mount, and they would do a long exposure, and it was motorized to keep up with the rotation of the Earth, so you don't get like light trails and stuff. Can I ask you something? Another real quick question.
Sure, of course.
Okay. So I know there a while back there was a guy that was doing some like 3D renders, and I was just curious with the theories we have about what was in that flashlight video. Has anyone tried to make like a 3D animation kind of, showing the theory of what happened that night? The car pulling up and the people walking around through the backyard. And do you know if anyone's done that?
But I might do that now.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I wish I could help with that. That's another thing that don't have a whole lot of experiences with, is doing 3D animations. I've done 3D static models a little bit, but not animations, not yet.
I'm not either, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah. You're Justin. You're doing great work. Just definitely keep it up.
Thank you so much. Chris.
You and Chris from Mob Crew, and sure.
I wish I could. I wish I could do more. I just simply don't have the time. I'm out during the day, and between work and family and life and monkeys and YouTube, it's a lot. It's a lot to keep up. So.
I wish I could do a little more with some of the audio recordings, and I've tried a little bit, to work on those some more, record audio from other videos too.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's just time. Yeah. But okay. Well, thanks a lot, Justin. Thanks for taking the call.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for calling.
Sure.
All right. Bye. That's our mod CT. Yeah, Michelle. Pincho did a lot of that, but yeah. I'll need to, if I do that, I'll need to call some neighbors and get precisely what exactly happened. Justin, my husband, says the same thing you said. What's that, Summer Rain? The 6-year-old. Somebody was saying that they weren't in school for a while. That's really crazy. Marie said Mara Fonzie, the CP, allegedly found something in the trailer, which is why CPS said the mom had to leave with the baby or they'd take the baby from her. So mom left with baby. Something is really wrong. They were out all week. The kids were. Holy shit. Sunflower Sandra, seriously? They were out of school the week before. That makes me wonder if they were some medications, drugs laying around that house. News report said they were ill. Well, they would be ill. It's just, can it happen? Of course. A parental figure hurting two kids at once? Yeah, it can. But yeah, I remember that, DeMarie. Justin, even though the people were wearing coverings on their head, can you tell who they were? In my opinion, I think, just my opinion, I believe we know who they are, whether or not. The 3-year-old would have still been in PJs, but he knew what they were wearing. I agree, Dee's mystery. The mama wasn't great. Let's finish this.
4-year-old Jack Sullivan wandered away from their home in Lansdowne Station Friday morning. RCMP have been focusing on a 3.5-kilometer radius from where the children were last seen. The search zone is now being expanded up to 140 people at a time. have been searching for the children with the help of police dogs and drones. CTV's Scott Hurst is joining us now with the latest on the search. What are you learning this morning, Scott?
Marcia, truly a heartbreaking situation in northern Nova Scotia as the search for these two young children continues. Now, the latest from RCMP in specific question to what is the exact latest on the ground we're hearing overnight, in addition to the continuous effort of ground teams, those 4 drones with infrared technology were deployed through the darkness. Now, right now, family members say they're doing everything they can to remain hopeful. The exhaustive search, as you mentioned, now in its 5th day, and it's believed they wandered away from their home in the rural area of Pictou County in Nova Scotia, that is northern Nova Scotia, northeast of Halifax. Now, 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan were reported missing around 10 a.m. on Friday, last seen in Lansdowne Station. As you mentioned, crews initially focused on a 3.5-kilometer radius of a wooded area over the weekend, and they're using ribbons to track the ground that's already been covered to ensure that they don't go back over those tracks and that could continue to search areas that haven't been searched, but then they expanded their footprint yesterday. A lot of people have searched on the ground, as we mentioned, helicopters and drones from above as well. And there are many agencies now involved in the search. Here's more from the mother as she desperately waits for any word of her 2 children.
I miss them. I just want to remain hopeful. But there's always, in a mother's mind, you're always thinking the worst.
In terms of the search, it has been challenging to
I feel like she knows something. Whatever that is, I don't know.
Cover the ground. It is rough terrain, thick bush, and there is fluctuating weather conditions. We're hearing lots of reports of rain and thick fog at times. So that is hampering some of the search effort, particularly from the air. We want to give you the description we have of these children. It isn't much, but maybe it could help. Lily is described as having shoulder-length light brown hair with bangs, and she might be wearing a pink sweater, pink boots, and pink pants. Jack has short blondish hair and is wearing blue dinosaur boots, but unfortunately no other clothing description is available. Now, police believe they likely wandered away from their home, which is why at this point there is no Amber Alert, because there's nothing to suggest that they have been abducted. So that is the latest from the search for these 2 missing children, 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan. Marcia.
Okay, Scott, thank you for that update. Please keep us posted.
I don't know what the hell is wrong with these people. I really don't. It's crazy.
Children this morning. 6-year-old Lily and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan are believed to have wandered away Friday morning, sparking a search of more than 100 people in the Pictou County area. Linda's looking into this story for us this morning, and just looking at the images and how long they have been missing. What's the latest here?
Yeah, so I just got off the phone with RCMP and no word yet on any sign of the 2 missing children.
We'll look at
this
tomorrow.
point now, 2 days and 2 nights in the woods. A little girl dressed head to toe in pink, a little boy in his blue dinosaur.
That's what I was wondering. Like, how do you know? I mean, I guess if they're missing, but I think there's so much stuff in that house. How would you know? You are thinking the most positive, negative cannot be a thought. Hope she's Oh, you just yawned and squeaked.
Or boots. Here's an image of 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan. They've been missing since around 10 a.m. Friday. This is an area in Pictou County, about 20 kilometers southwest of New Glasgow, where this search is centered. We can show you a map here. The RCMP say it appears the children wandered away from a home on Gairloch Road in Lansdowne Station. Now, there's no evidence that the children were abducted, so no Amber Alert has been issued. Police sent out a vulnerable missing persons alert yesterday afternoon. But there's a massive search effort underway right now. About 100 searchers searching this area. We're talking search and rescue teams who have come in from all across the province. The department.
Well, that's the thing. If there's 2 out there, if there's two out there, they should be able, hey Rosa, they should be able to find at least one of them. Oh, Summer Rain. Oh, thank you, Susan. The bio dad is in jail. Two kids together can do wonders. I mean, they sure can.
Of Natural Resources.
I'm still saying that either they truly ran off, walked off, or something happened in that house, that trailer.
Is involved in this, and a new volunteer corps called the Nova Scotia Guard have been brought in as well to assist in the search for these two children. 2 helicopters and a drone are being utilized in this area. Tracking dogs, we are told, are back out again today, searching for any scent that the children may have left behind. And police are asking people who may want to assist in this search effort to stay out of this immediate area, allow these teams.
Star is right. The kids that walk off, they eventually, because they don't have food or water, they get tired, right? And so they generally just stop, and they just lay there, or they'll, and just kind of, for lack of a better word, give up because they don't have energy and they're exhausted and all that. It's very dense forest. But the technology should pick them up pretty easily. How can they walk that far and can't find them for 2 days? Maybe someone saw them and picked them. Does my monkey eat peanuts? Yeah, she can. She can eat peanuts, yeah.
Teams to do what they can to find the children, but to check their own yards, their own personal properties for any sign of the kids.
What are the conditions these children may be dealing with, and also the searchers?
Yeah, so from what we understand, this is a pretty heavily wooded area. So we looked it up. We actually went onto the Google Maps and looked at the street view just to give you an idea of the kind of terrain that we're dealing with here.
She loves mangoes and peaches, Sasha. Mangoes and peaches are her jam.
And these are long stretches of road that have the odd driveway dotted along the road. But realistically, we're talking about just sort of wooded area. The road basically all woodland.
Oh, really? Justin, I read the parents and the 18-month-old baby were trying to sleep, and the children were scolded for making so much noise, and they went out. So there's so many different stories we've already heard. Thank you, me and you. Thank you so much. 1 second, yeah.
The odd home here or there. This is difficult terrain from what we understand, just for the adult searchers, let alone the kids. Here's what the RCMP are telling us.
As you can imagine, having a 4 and 6-year-old, yes, there would definitely be some challenges. Obviously, they probably haven't been out in the wooded area alone before, so there are going to be lots of challenges for those kids. I can't speak personally; I've never personally met the children, but I would say that obviously any children would have challenges, especially this terrain. And obviously, they may be scared of adults or not understanding, hearing all the noises of the machinery above, the helicopters. They could have an issue with that and could be, in a position or maybe scared to come out.
And here are those images that we have taken off of Google Maps of just that sort of stretch of road, just to give you an idea of how densely brushed in this area.
I mean, there's nothing there.
It is. So this is a very difficult search. And of course, it is early spring. So the weather is also a complicating factor here. So far, it hasn't been that cold, but it has been a little bit wet. Still, there is optimism that police say, if the children have sought shelter somewhere in the woods, that there is a possibility of an optimistic sort of outlook here.
All right. Thanks so much for this, Linda.
You're welcome.
Does anyone have their address? Does anyone have their address? I don't know, Debbie. That's what I was wondering. I'm going to do some research on this, and we'll do a live tomorrow on this for sure. She is the crime monkey. Definitely map time. Guys, if y'all have any information on this, send it to me. I'll be digging into this. Okay, yeah, just email me or text me, either one. Mods, can y'all drop my email and my phone number, please? Oh, you little quicken. Hers is CP. Aren't you, mama? You want to see something in the microphone? Yep. Canada has a lot of grizzly bears. Yeah, sure does. All right, guys. I'll be live on this tomorrow. Nope. Nothing on Jonathan Hung. Nope. Yeah, Witchy, I might contact her and talk to her and see if. So I'll look at it, but I'm going to do a lot of digging tonight. A lot of digging. I know Jonathan Hung. It's one of those where it's craziness. So, Sasha, Caleb Harris was found a long time ago, baby. I will be live twice tomorrow, so I'll autocorrect. That's okay. No worries. Mommy, you're just so tired. I might be live here in a little bit. With Remy going to bed. We might do a bedtime story or something. So if you're not subscribed to Remy's channel, make sure you're subscribed to Remy's channel. It's Adventures with Remy Pearl. So make sure you join us there. I might be live here in just a little bit with that. So, and you can watch her sleep or watch her bounce around one. All right, guys. The body in Clarksville lived in the home that the woods where the body was found were behind. Okay. Thank you, Betty. All right, everyone. Good night. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for dropping Remy's channel. Subscribe to that if you haven't yet. Make sure. All right, guys. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Good night, everyone. God bless. Bye-bye. See night, Wimmy, if they don't join us in a little bit. See night. Her's tired. She's ready for bed. Good night.